Bibliophiles, this is Shraddha, welcome back. This video was supposed to come out long back, but it couldn't, and I'm very sorry for that. But it's finally here, so there's that. Okay, you already know this if you've been following me on Instagram. I posted it on my story, or if you even read the thumbnail. So, you know this. I had the honor of talking to the fantabulous singer Navas, and she's a wonderful human being. I'm sorry, since the last 2 weeks, I'm having this terrible, call it a habit, I don't know, but I cannot find the right words anymore. So if I'm talking to someone, I kind of blank out because I cannot find the words. So this has been happening to me for quite some time now. So if I just can't find the right words and I stop or I pause, please don't mind. So as I was saying, Gio is an amazing person. She has a vivacious personality, and it was a lot of fun talking to her. And I sincerely hope that you like this chat as much as I did, as much as I enjoyed it. So I don't want to keep you guys any longer. Please continue watching.
Please welcome the sensational and super amazing singer, Gio Navas.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being here. It's such an honor to have you.
Oh, thank you so much. It's such an honor to talk to you.
So, Gio, I have got a bunch of questions. Would you please answer them?
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much.
First one is about music. So, do you feel that you chose your passion, or did it choose you?
That's an interesting question. I've always really loved to sing, and I've always just really loved music. And I mean, I guess I did make the conscious decision to start, creating music and writing songs and learning to play the guitar and all of that. But I've always known my entire life that it's just something that's always been a part of me. So I guess it's a little bit of both. Like, it chose me, but also I made the decision to hone that skill and passion. So
Right.
yeah, a little bit of both.
Okay. My next question. What was the writing process of your song Wraith like?
Ooh, okay. So Wraith, the way that I write all my songs is usually I'll sit down with my acoustic guitar and I'll hum a melody while I'm just playing around with chords, and I'll record it on my phone because I have the memory of a snail. So if I don't record my melodies with just la la la's, then I will forget them as soon as I finish writing them. So for Wraith and for most of my other songs, I did something like that. I'll record myself playing a chord progression with some la la la's, and if I like what I hear, then I will plug in the lyrics, and that's kind of how it happened. Just went verse by verse, chorus by chorus, and then the bridge, and put it all together kind of like that. And after I had the acoustic demo, I sent it out to a producer to create a rock orchestral instrumental based off of my acoustic version, who I actually got the name of the person, Andrea Pinkler, I think that's how you say their name. And I got their contact information from Victoria Carbel because I had mentioned that I didn't know how I wanted to do the instrumental and whether I wanted to go acoustic or full band for this. So Victoria was like, oh, hey, this is somebody that I use, and they do a really amazing job. So through her, I was able to contact this person, and they made this gorgeous instrumental out of my acoustic demo that I was able to turn into Wraith. So I hope that wasn't too confusing.
No. Just a few hours back, I was talking to Georgia, and she told me about your song Forgotten Things. So
Yes.
you were the one who wrote it, and she was the co-writer and everything. Could you tell me the writing process of that?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, that was so fun. So we did a couple of songs that were a little bit less traditional in the sense of which characters we chose to write them about. One of them was Hero of the Fold, which was a song about Milo the goat from the show. And we were discussing oh my God, it would be so funny if we just did a song about Milo, and played it so serious, but just made it about the goat. And so Kaya, Kendra, Tessa, and EJ ended up doing that one. And at the last minute, Chiara, who is Georgia, and Kaya and myself were like, oh, we should do one about the Volcra, and kind of similarly just play it super straight, but just make it like obviously about this ridiculous, concept, this character. So Kaya and I wrote the lyrics. I wrote the first verse and the first chorus, and then Kaya wrote the second verse and the second chorus, like lyrically. And Tessa, oh my God, I'm getting everybody confused. There's so many people on this album. I'm so sorry. And then Chiara, she did the instrumentals for it, and she wrote the melody, and sent us a demo of just her playing the piano with this melody that she created. And it was so beautiful, and we fell in love with it. So then she contacted that same producer to turn that into something orchestral and amazing. And then Chiara actually wrote like a 9-part harmony for everybody on the album to sing backup. So all of those like big choral parts that you hear, especially like in the choruses and stuff of Forgotten Saints, that was all Chiara's composition, and it's everybody's voice on the album. So yeah, that one, it was just a big collaborative effort between just a bunch of us getting together and doing it. And that's why it's the last song on the album before the bonus track, because everybody's on it. So it was a really fun, special, exciting thing.
That song, it's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so this is about the whole band in general. How
Okay,
did you
cool.
guys meet? And how did you know that, yes, we would rock together?
Oh my gosh. So we were brought together. Well, a couple of us were already friends. I know that Kendra and EJ had done a song together, and just a bunch of people were already mutuals with each other. Kendra and I were kind of friends. And, we all just, from one person knowing one person and that person knowing somebody else, we created a group chat just of bookish songwriters and we all just, got to know each other, became friends, and then decided that because we all loved the Grisha verse so much, we were like, hey, why don't we do something to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Shadow and Bone? And we came up with the idea for Sinners and Saints in that group chat. And in that group chat is kind of how the Bookish Songs Collective formed, because we just decided, it would be a cool place to not only promote each other, but to have somewhere that we can throw our collaborations and big projects like this. So that's pretty much how the group formed. And it was just kind of very whimsical and very like out of nowhere, but it ended up being something so special and extraordinary.
Okay, okay, Jill. On a scale, say, okay, let's say 1 to 9,401, you were to rate Instagram. How would you rate it?
Instagram as a social media platform.
Yeah.
Man, I would give it like on a scale of 1 to like 4,000, somewhere around maybe the 2,000 mark. I would say somewhere like halfway, because Instagram's algorithm is hellish, especially for artists. But I will say that as a platform, it does have a lot of reach, and we've gotten most of our success thanks to Chiara running our Instagram account and doing such an amazing job with it. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, I guess, depending on whether or not you're favored by the algorithm and how much work you're willing to put in. And Chiara does put in a lot of work, so yeah.
Okay, who's your favorite bandmate?
Ooh, that's hard because I love all of them so dearly. I don't think I could pick a favorite. I love every single one of them for different reasons, I think that Tessa is just such a talented producer. I think that Victoria is such a powerhouse vocalist. I think that Kendra has this once in a lifetime talent that just could change the world. I think that Francesca is an actual goddess. I think, I could talk for hours about all of them. So I could never pick a favorite. I think they're all so incredible.
Right. Okay. What does your typical weekend look like?
My weekend, sorry. Not as exciting as you might think. I draw on commission a lot, so I spend a lot of my free time drawing. If I'm not doing that, or if I'm not making music or doing something creative, usually I'm just like, crocheting or hanging out with my dog. Every Sunday I get together with my dad and my brother and we get coffee. Right now I'm actually in my brother's house. My setup is not nearly this nice. He does a podcast several times a week, so I'm kind of hijacking his whole setup here. And my dad and my brother are outside. We were just having coffee together. But yeah, that's a very unextraordinary, underwhelming weekend.
Okay. Okay. Now, do you sing in the shower?
Oh, of course. Definitely, yeah.
Song.
Um, oh, anything. Honestly, like a lot of mid 2000s hits. My best friend and I, her husband, who's also a really good friend of mine, we used to be in a band together, and now we're kind of getting back together as a band, and like we want to do a lot of 2000s covers, so that's just been very heavy on my mind. So it's just like a lot of just like Evanescence and JoJo and Britney Spears and just yeah, I don't know, like stuff like early 2000s, My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, things like that.
What's your favorite artist, like musical artists that inspire you?
Oh gosh, I have a lot. I would say that probably like my idol is Stevie Nicks. And I love Fleetwood Mac, Florence and the Machine, Lights. Um, Evanescence is another one of my big inspirations musically, just because I really love the vocal powerhouse orchestral rock vibe. But if I had to pick one, it would probably be Stevie Nicks. I think that she's just absolutely a head and shoulders above everybody else in the universe.
Okay, coming towards the end, if you were to give one message to your fans, what would it be?
Hmm. Well, first of all, I mean, I think that fans is a little bit of a weird term to use. I mean, I have such a small audience, and I feel like we just, we all talk to each other so much that it's just kind of like, I don't know, like internet homies almost. But if a message, I would say one, stream Sinners and Saints. Two, check out nerdcore and just like small artists who are doing very similar things, because a lot of us have a lot of really cool music that means a lot to us, and we would love to share it. Um, check out bookish songwriters, like the people that are on the Bookish Songs Collective, but also, just search for your favorite book and song, and maybe you'll find something awesome. Maybe you'll find your new favorite artist. Um, and yeah, and read an origami. Yeah, that's pretty much all the messages that I have to give right now. Stream Sinners and Saints, read an origami, and look up your favorite books and song and see what you can find. And subscribe to this channel right here.
Thank you. Okay, I actually kind of asked this to Georgia as well, and I want to ask this to you as well. Okay, so I love Wraith, okay, and I adored your voice, everything about it. So I was thinking, maybe one day, I'm not into customizing, but maybe one day I want to get a T-shirt. So what lyric do you think should, be best to get printed on a T-shirt if I were like wear it?
Oh, well, first of all, thank you so much. I'm honored that you would even consider that. And oh man, that's so hard.
I'm not thinking, and I just can't find the perfect lyric. There's so many things that get printed. Maybe the whole song.
Oh my God, you're so sweet. Thank you. Man, I mean, my first instinct would be like, take a lyric that the title's in. I'll be the wraith that follows in the shadows. But then again, that's part of like a long sentence, because then it goes on to keep talking. Oh, I have such wordy lyrics. Yeah, you know what? I'll just go. I'll be the wraith that follows in the shadows. ...
That would be great. Yeah. Thank you so much, Gio, for being here. It honestly meant a lot to me that I got the opportunity. And I said this a while back, and I'm going to say it again, that for me, this is kind of like a lifetime opportunity, because I'm talking to the artists that I adore, that I love. So just thank you so much for giving me the honor. Thank you.
Oh my God, thank you so much for having me. And I cannot wait to see how this turns out. It's such an honor to get to speak to you on this platform. Thank you.
She is amazing, isn't she? As I said, she has a vivacious personality, and she has this, such a unique, such an amazing way of telling stuff. Like, I asked her about how the band came together, and she is telling it in such a beautiful manner that you cannot help but be captivated. It was beautiful, and I seriously enjoyed it a lot. And while we're still talking about the band, I think I should tell you that, Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. So basically that book is gonna turn 10. Yeah, that book is gonna turn 10. And finally, I know what's the huge thing. I was talking about this, like, what's this new project? Is there any new project? I asked this from Georgia, from Tessa, and they all hinted at something, and we finally know what it is. We're gonna have a bunch of songs to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Throne of Glass, so keep an eye out for that as well. I personally am very, very, very excited. I'd like to thank Gio for this opportunity. It meant a lot to me, Gio, and I cannot express how happy, how gratifying this is for me. Thank you so much, and thank you guys for watching this video up till the very end. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, then please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel in case you're new, and what else do? Yeah, we turn on the notifications and we share this video. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Take care.